going down? Basement Banter channel, DC Multiverse Weekly is the show. You're home for all the news, announcements, and pre-orders in McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. This is one of the biggest weeks of the year. Besides the showcases, San Diego Comic-Con is back to its full glory, pre-COVID, back to that level of stuff. So they had a ton of announcements leading up to San Diego Comic-Con, bunch of announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's a whole San Diego Comic-Con recap. Let's go. Let's cover some of the exclusives that I'll never see. So there were 3 that were exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. So you had the Dread Lantern, Alan Scott. You had the 85th anniversary Superman in the red and blue colored version. And then you had Nightfall Batman in a darker blue and gray Nightfall Batman. So those were the 3 exclusives. Then the other ones they had there were Bane in a Coat, which we talked about, Bank Robber Joker, which we've talked about, and then the Sonar Joker, which we've talked about. They haven't said those are exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. So they might hit the website. I think they're going to hit the website in a bundle. This week we just got crazy because that was before the con even started. That's kind of what they had announced leading up to it, right? Then you get to con day. No, or maybe it was the preview day. We get the Batman and Spawn 2-pack. They finally they teased it the night before, and then they finally released the pictures of Batman and Spawn. Yes, it's this Spawn pretty much right here with a full cape. It's the same throne Spawn essentially, from what I can tell. Just they've put a longer cape on him, longer than he's had I think in any of the Mortal Kombat versions. This is the longest cape we've gotten. I bought a aftermarket cape. Wait for this. Max Bird's shop, the long leather one. It's coming soon. That's why I got him. That's why I got this guy. This guy here. He's got his own custom cape coming very soon. But the Spawn and Batman 2-pack. Now, a lot of people ragged on the Batman. He's got the pointy cape. He's got the pointy ears. He looks so good, except he's screaming. He's open mouth screaming. And you're like, why? Why? It doesn't bug me as much as it bugs a lot of other people. I'll be honest with you. This does not change my feelings about this figure at all. But I understand some people are they hate the expressions. They just want expressionless figures, which is fine. That's fine. Or just different expressions. It is an off-putting yell, scream. And they said they're based on the comics. I've read that comic a bunch of times. I gotta go back and read that comic again because I don't remember Batman looking like that all that much. But that's neither here nor there. I liked it. I dug it. I mean, you got the big sword from Spawn is in there. You get a batarang and a different pair of hands. They do these really cool bases. One's skulls, one them comics version. So they're doing a little bit different stuff. It's a $50 price point, so it has to come with a little bit more, and I think it comes with just enough to eke out that price point. And that was still available for pre-order quite a bit of places. It went heavy, but I wouldn't say it was what happened the next day. Because the next day, which they teased it the day before, the 6-pack, the movie 6-pack the rumored ultimate movie 6-pack is real. And they hid Val Kilmer and Clooney's face with the SDCC logo, or not logo, but just this SDCC thing over their faces, so you didn't see it. But then the next day, 10 o'clock in the morning, boom, there it is, the Batman 6-pack. Now this thing is nuts. I'm going to unpack this one for a hot minute because it comes with, some would say it comes with a ton, some would say it doesn't come with enough. I say it comes with just enough. And at a price point of $120, 6 figures, a working bat signal with 4 different screens. 4 different screens. Yeah, you heard that right. So you get every movie iteration in Batman that's ever been. They all have cloth capes, right? So you have Keaton cloth cape. It's a different version than that comes with, I think, that it even comes with the Batmobile 2-pack, the gold label. Then you get Kilmer. Then you get Clooney. Then you get Bale. Then you get Batfleck. Then you get Pattinson, and boom, there is your 6. They've retooled all of them. I mean, it is all retools, which is fine. You get multiple different screens with the Batarang that lights up, and it's full size, like 4-7 inch. I think it could be a little bit bigger, but I mean, I'm being super nitpicky. Yeah, 4 different screens. So one that goes with like the Keaton Bale or the Keaton Kilmer and Clooney Batmans, and then Bale gets his own, Pattinson gets its own, and Batfleck gets its own. So, 6 cards, 6 bases, $120. Like, and it's a beautiful packaging. It was wide release everywhere. I mean, I don't know, as I'm taping this, I don't know that it's available anywhere. I'll be honest with you. Like, it went pretty fast. This is 100-year once. I mean, this is even the back of the box. I think you could use as like a display for, like, you put them in front of that Gotham of the back of the box, and like you have a backdrop for each one too. It's hard to say they that this is a miss. I mean, this isn't going to come around again. They're not going to redo this every couple years. Like, yes, you're getting another Clooney Batman. We'll talk about that in a moment, but this is pretty sick. It's an absolute must get, I think, for most collectors. Whereas like the Spawn 2-pack, I think is for a lot of people, if that's your Spawn and Batman are your guys, it's a must get, but not as much as this 6-pack. Like if you're a Batman fan and a McFarlane fan, and if you're any of those things, then I think you have to get this movie 6-pack. It's just an absolute must have. So, all right, now let's talk about, they had then a panel after all these reveals, and it was crazy because at the panel they started talking about what's coming in the fall. And what's coming in the fall is nuts. Let's break down the fall packages and talk about those for a minute, and then I'm out of here because come fall, we're all going to be broke. Like, this is crazy. They started off with this. Let's start off with the Batman and classic Wonder Woman costume, and a retool of the Aquaman that we already have. You collect all 3 to build the digital Starro. I'm not here for that. I think this is a Page Punchers line. So it's 3 figures. You get the comic, the Justice League Starro comic, I believe, and then you get a digital Starro if you collect all 3. I don't think I need all 3. I don't think I need the Starro. I'm thinking about Batman because it's a blue-gray variant of the Rebirth Batman, and I never got that. The Wonder Woman is going to be a must. That's going to be the hardest figure to get. Because it's classic Wonder Woman, and she looks jacked. Like, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Based off, and then there's another one. I think she comes as a single pack that has an NFT with it, like a Superwoman NFT. So you do it in the. So maybe she'll be a little bit more ready available. Then we got the Designer Wave 1 coming, right? We got Superman, Green Lantern, Alan Scott, and Abyss. They announced Wave 2. They're like, here's what Wave 2 is going to be. Designer Wave. We got Firestorm. We got a classic Hawkman, which is just like, I'm pretty sure they just use the Redeemer wings again, but I'm cool with it because it looks really crispy. And then Sinestro, let's go! Finally, we're getting Sinestro. Finally, we're getting more lanterns and Yellow Lantern. I mean, this long to get Sinestro is crazy. I mean, we got Atrocitus. I got not Hal Jordans, John Stewart's, Kyle Rainier's in 17 different costumes, and we're finally getting Sinestro. Like, thank you. Designer Wave 2 looks mwah, chef's kiss. Like, crispy. Really crispy. And then we got a Build-A-Figure wave coming from Batman and Robin, the movie. Yeah, the Clooney and Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, and, what's her name? Alicia Silverstone. Those are the 4 figures, and they build Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. This is going to be insane. Like, I can't believe they're actually doing this. A Batman and Robin, like, build a wave with Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure is wild. Now, do I need 2 Clooney Batman? No, I don't. Now, I hope they're different variants of the suits, like a silver suit and a black suit. If it's the same, it's just literally the exact same, blah, blah, I'm going to be disappointed. But it's kind of, I mean, the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy looks just crazy good. Same as the Chris O'Donnell, I mean, it looks all right. See, Silverstone's all right, but that Freeze, I mean, everyone wants the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure and probably the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy. Because we don't have a Poison Ivy in any version, so it's kind of a they kind of killed it. They kind of killed it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, last batch of fall stuff for Multiverse. I'm not gonna talk about superpowers, which they announced some stuff in, or what was the other line they announced stuff in? Oh, the Batman the animated series stuff. That all looks really cool. I'm not gonna talk about that. It's all Multiverse. So Gold Label, Black Lightning, yes, Gold Label, Jokerized Hal Jordan Green Lantern. No, just no. Classic Supergirl Rebirth version. I mean, like, they're feeding you exactly what you want. Wonder Woman, classic comic version. Supergirl, like, and then they showed off, like, the Batman, the Black Hush Batman single pack that's coming with the not screaming face. So assume they'll do the same with the Batman Spawn one. And then Batman in a different kind of armor. And then they got Batman in this, like, tactical suit. So there's so much, like, they literally announced so many things. Oh, the Batman 66 line's getting a Superman and an armor Batman. And that, I mean, all right, I decided I wasn't going to talk about, but the Batman animated series, the 6-inch build-away where you're building Condiment Man, and it comes with Batman, Robin, Scarecrow, and Mr. Freeze, and their 6-inch. Ugh, that's a toughie. Like, and that's all Q4 20. That's all fall and Q4 2023. Like, come on. It just hurt my wallet. Just hurting my wallet. What are you getting? What are you gonna get? Are you gonna get it all? Do you want it all? What was your highlights? Give me your top 3. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, it's so much goodness. It's hard for me. But Sinestro, standout. Obviously, the Wonder Woman, standout. And then probably, man, that's Supergirl. Because they showed the Catman too, but yeah, that's Supergirl. Whoo! There it is. DC Multiverse Weekly. Spread the love, Basement Boy Banter. Tell your friends about it. Tell your work buddies. Tell your sisters, best friends, cousins, roommates, nephews, dog. We love you. Till the next one. Deuces.